Hello, this is David from davidcliveprice.com, and this is the podcast edition of this week's ESI number 12, Secrets to Asia Business Partnerships. The old year is out and the new year is in. This is the perfect time for you to consider your Asia business partnerships going forward. What's your big plan? What's the big strategy for the year coming, and for whatever sector or business or individual country you're involved in? Maybe you want to go deeper into one market, but still feel you're scratching at the surface, still a bit of an outsider, although you've been chipping away for ages. Maybe you've been working with a local partner in China, Japan, South Korea, or any of the 10 ASEAN markets, and it's still not working as it should be. Maybe a whole series of deals has fallen through without you knowing what on earth was going on. Or maybe you're right back at stage one, as I heard recently from a client in Vietnam, because after several visits and what seemed fruitful discussions with your local partner and your potential Asia client or distributor, you had no reply to your emails. And when your local partner contacted the Asian client, he said he had no recollection of you at all. What's going on? Is the Asia business world so oblique that what you thought was a good prospect turns out to have total amnesia? The answer, of course, is yes, or rather, yes and no, Asian style. Don't show impatience. Business is difficult in Asia if you go in with the attitude that everything must be wrapped up quickly, decisions must be made, contracts signed and sealed, and any loose ends can be tied up by the local team or partner after you've headed for the airport. There won't be, and the reason is simple. The high-growth markets of China, Japan, South Korea, ASEAN, Taiwan, and even Hong Kong all have one thing in common. Business is personal. Asia cultures are much more communal than Western ones. They are not so much individualist as collectivist. Harmony, family, teamwork, hierarchy, not losing face. These are the basic values of almost all the cultures in the region. And the biggest question for those who believe in these values is, can I work with this person? Is he or she a person I can do business with, introduce to my network, promote as a sophisticated, credible and respectful business partner who understands our rules and our way of doing things and does not stick out? Commit to the market. If you are not present and not patient enough to build up relationships and networks of obligations, trust and respect over time, you will have little success in Asia business. However, it's extraordinary how doors will open for you if you do make an effort to socialize, adapt to the local cultures, and build personal relationships. You have to do your due diligence too. Despite fears of the unknown, don't select a partner based on comfort. A thorough partner due diligence is required. And it may also make sense to have multiple partners based on capabilities and the ability of one partner to vouch for another, or otherwise. Eventually, if you build up the necessary relationships, you will create a lucrative network of Asian partners and clients. And they will certainly remember who you are when you next email them. I'd love to hear from you if you have tips or comments about doing business in Asia. You can leave them at my blog, www.davidcliveprice.com/blog. And of course, please subscribe if you want more on-the-ground intel like this. Just add yourself to the subscription box on www.davidcliveprice.com. And you can also subscribe to this podcast on iTunes.